you all are deciding to join a new system that has been in the various galaxies for a while now. A system called ARC. Whatever sort of jobs you want. You may have had previous positions. You may have had situations where you are either of note or whatnot, but whatever your history, it has led you to this moment here. Perhaps you are in need of liquid assets or just need some sort of new job. But here you are.
Do they have dinosaurs?
There are various alien races that some might be reminiscent of Paleolithic creatures.
Well, then they're bastards for calling it ARC.
Okay.
Sorry. I just had to say that.
But yes, you all are currently just on a small moon orbiting a larger planet known as Iblis. Iblis is sort of like a trade hub where they aren't necessarily known for any particular export or races or anything, but they are at sort of a juncture between the space highways. And so you have made your way here in order to get to a station where you might become members of ARC. You start off as conscripts before you become initiates, and then you can become officers. And basically, officers are like these individuals of legend. If you think of like Destiny Guardians, or Space Marines, just like any sort of interplanetary issue, they send one of these officers there to take care of it. The initiates are sort of like these gung-ho people that are very much eager to please and very brash. Think of like Helldivers or maybe some other characters from Warhammer. But yes. So you all are sort of currently waiting on Iblis before you can even get a transport to the moon. Or excuse me, you are on the moon of Iblis because it is it's sort of got these lunar colonies that allows people to transfer in between places without necessarily needing to have a license or passport or anything. It's just sort of like this designated area that's not technically connected with any sort of realm or whatnot. But you guys are basically just sort of waiting in the in-between spaces of like a glorified airport, where there's just sort of like boxes and people waiting around, and you aren't even like given any information about your flight or anything. There is like desks and information, but you guys have kind of been waiting for a long time. And maybe you all came in together, maybe you've come in at different points in time, and this is just sort of like a large hub where people are just sort of milling about amongst yourselves. But before you guys can get on the ship taking you to the space station, the ARC space station, you will have to do a sort of interview process. Which there isn't like any numbers or anything. It's just sort of like you can go up and do it, and they give you a small little interview process. Who would like to go first?
I'd like to complain and say this is what I get for fucking picking Southwest shuttles. Just stuck in this airport.
You go up to an individual at one of these stations, which are obs. And obs are basically these like slime people. They're just sort of like different coagulants and like collections of bacteria. They're the perfect people to use for running stations like these because they don't need sleep, they don't need food breaks. They basically just sit at their station and they kind of just process just bacteria in their sort of own little cubicles and whatnot. But you go up to one of them and you start complaining and they say,
"Well, I'm sorry, sir, but this is just sort of the situation that we've got going on here, and this is just standard procedure. If there's anything you would like me to do, I can perhaps put an order in for you."
Is it standard procedure for your shuttle's engine just fall off on the tarmac? What the hell's wrong with you guys?
Unfortunately, we are due for any sort of renovations or upgrades to our materials at this point in time.
and again, this person is just sort of going through the motions. You can't necessarily detect any sort of emotion or motive behind them. But yeah. Again,
He doesn't even sound like he's speaking English.
Not
or whatever
really.
the hell common is.
Actually, this is the funny thing. Common actually is English because Earth or Super Earth or whatever you want, like, proposed that English be the one common language that everyone needs to speak in, like, the entire sort of intergalactic trade system. And when anyone opposed, Earth immediately threw a nuke at them.
Damn it.
Because
that sounds like Earth.
Yeah, it does. Here's the one thing about Earth is that Earth is one of the few planets that actually has radioactive material. They've got a lot of varying resources and whatnot. Most planets, sort of have their own atmosphere. Earth has a lot of different elements. It has the most, diverse quantity of elements in its system. And so Earth is yeah, Earth is very well known for, accepting of various different things, but also having so many different, contradicting things. And
that sounds like Earth.
Their main exports
very much sounds like Earth.
Are catalysts and, basically explosives and
I thought you were going to say their main export is contradictions and subterfuge, because that would also sound like Earth.
That as well. They are not very well known for their peacekeepers or people of business or diplomacy or government or whatnot.
Of course not.
Again, Earth is one of the few planets that doesn't have like a uniform system as well.
Of course. God damn it.
Exactly.
Which is what did you say was what we had to do? There was like some sort of a meeting thing we had to do before we could leave.
Well, currently you guys are basically in like almost an abandoned warehouse type thing where you don't know if anyone is going to come pick you up or whatnot. You guys don't have any information on when the next transport to the space station will be. You guys are just at this lunar colony on the moon of Iblis.
Right.
So yes, any sort of thing that you want to do to try and speed this along. Basically, if there is word that there are multiple conscripts that are ready, waiting, and prepared, it is more likely that they will send a transport. But until that point, you guys can just continue to wait forever, basically.
Oh, great. My worst fear, being stuck in an airport forever.
Yes, sir, if there's anything that if you have a passport or a conscript system ready for you, I can go ahead and put that into the system. Otherwise, we'll have to go to another window.
Speak English!
Can you guys not understand me?
No, I can understand.
Okay.
We can understand.
Basically, this guy just does the paperwork. If you actually want to, sign up, because I assume none of you have paperwork. You, just from your various systems and places of living, you have come here for a chance of either escape or work or adventure, whatever your reason for being here, you probably have not gone through the necessary systems, perhaps. But maybe you have. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you.
Anything I have would be forgeries.
Fair enough.
So I just got home. I need to go take a shower. So I'm going to spend this time basically just screaming at this thing like a Karen.
All right, berating
And that's
them.
going to be what I'm going to do for the next couple of moments while other people go.
Very good. Would anyone else like to do anything?
I'm going to go shower while I scream like a Karen.
Alrighty, see you later. I will say, Solus, the Obs, which are basically a race, they're actually more of like a conglomerate of like, they're not really a race as much as they are, like multicellular organisms that kind of grow and dissipate and break apart and spread. It's basically like they're large bacteria, like they kind of grow and separate, but they're not like traditional races where they have like ideas and thoughts and wants and like, they don't reproduce or like grow and extend for like they have age and like need to whatever. They just sort of exist. And which is why their moon is where most of these people meet for doing trades and whatnot, because Iblis is actually just sort of like a bunch of different chemicals floating around, and there isn't like land masses or like oceans or an atmosphere. It's just a bunch of chemicals.
I see.
I would already imagine that. Wrong voice, but oh well.
Oh, senpai.
But yes, if you guys would like to go up to another one of these windows, there is another Ob that is manning a window that seems to be like watching something on a hollow screen, just sort of like bored, just like sort of waiting around. But if you can go up to them, they will take you through like the process of like making you a passport, basically, or at least like not necessarily a passport for getting anywhere, but like getting you up to the space station, of like punching a ticket for you.
Okay.
If you do become an initiate, then you will be allowed to travel the galaxy under basically the corporation that is ARC. But yeah.
Okay. In that case, my character goes from where he is standing, because I feel like he'd be standing nearby, maybe like near a wall or something, just standing perfectly still, and he slowly walks over to the booth where this did you say it was an O?
It's an Ob.
An Ob.
Basically the one that Telgar is screaming at is sort of like a green, almost mucusy one. This one seems to be sort of like a yellow sludge.
Yeah, okay. I go up to the Ob and excuse me.
What do you want?
I'm watching you, Wazowski.
Take an egg point.
I was trying to say that.
Could I possibly be run through the process of making a passport or whatever you do here?
They just sort of like slowly, just sort of like amorphously turn towards you. Again, they don't really have a face, they don't have a mouth or eyes or anything, but they do like switch off the little TV that they've got, and they say,
What do you want?
I would like to go through the process of making a passport.
Do you have any previous papers or authentication?
No, not on me, no.
And they just like you hear them open up a single drawer, pull out a single blank sheet of paper, and just like place it on the desk in front of them.
Race.
Armor. Power armor.
And then you watch as they write down to be determined.
We'll just keep going. Name.
0 ZIRO.
Skills.
I'm good at defense, and I have a lot of knowledge.
Job application for.
Any type of helping position, or tank or shield, I suppose. You throw me at a problem and I could probably bounce a few bullets off of my comrades.
How very chivalrous of you.
And they just write down grunt.
Yeah.
But yes, they basically lead you through the process of like getting some very basic information from you, some of which you probably just don't know. But there's a lot of like to be determined. So you have like a half filled out sheet and they're just like,
good enough. They're hiring anyone these days.
And they hand it to you.
I would just like to say that you hear somebody screaming in the background. People died when that door opened. I can breathe in space. Just get me on a fucking ship. Okay, you can continue.
Okay.
I look at the paper and yes, I do. I definitely think they are starting to stoop very low these days. Anyway, thank you very much. I shall not waste any more of your time. And I guess I fold the piece of paper into a tiny square, and then I walk off back over to where I was standing, I guess.
They click the pen and start to put it back in the desk unless someone else comes up.
I would love to go up to them.
Okay. I think you are probably too short for the window, but they just sort of like actually, yeah, how do you approach the window, because you're small. You were small. Do you want to like climb up the wall or like try to push something over to stand on?
Oh, so many choices.
There's probably like a nearby garbage can that you could like slowly push over.
Oh yeah. Let me do that. Let me just.
Okay, like as you like hear the click of the pen, they start to open up the drawer. It's just like cut off by like. And then you hop on top of a garbage can.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to return that. That's illegal use of property.
I'm too short.
I'm just giving you a verbal warning. We don't have anyone here to enforce any of the restrictions. What can I do for you, short stuff?
I'm here for a passport.
You hear another drawer open, piece of paper get pulled out, placed on the table, click of the pen.
Race!
Slime.
kind of slime? How many different
Ainsley?
slime races?
Changeling?
Questionable. Questioning.
They just write down ob on the paper.
Oh.
I would
Name.
Soulless.
They spell it incorrectly and continue on.
Designation.
Okay, before we continue, do I have a good look at this character?
Yeah.
I would like to transform into her. Or it, depending on its gender. I don't know it.
Oh, good. You can put the the garbage can back. Why didn't you think of that before?
Well, I need a good look at you.
Take a good long look.
Okay.
We'll be sharing this space station for quite a while.
I do not agree to this. I'm just here for a passport.
They click the pen again annoyingly.
Designation.
The Ark, I think.
Right?
What job do you want, basically?
What's a good job for a slime?
You tell me, dog. You came here looking for a job. What do you want?
Is the construction?
Alright.
So you watch as they write down like maintenance and then in like brackets, parentheses, like expendable.
Oh, imagine if they wrote down grunt again.
No, you'll be like offered to the, or actually not. No. They don't write down expendable. They put like hazard work, basically. But yes, they like take you through the process, and then they slide the paper to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, who's next?
I think the screaming from the Karen brain has finally woken up Silva. He was taking a nap. He had started reading something and then fell asleep, and it's like flopped on his face. And then like he just jolts awake because the screaming is just irritating him at this point. And then he just takes the book and just tosses it. He doesn't even care. And then he just sees Solace going away from the booth and assumes that they're taking, I guess not appointments, but they're doing their job now. So he just walks up.
As the book falls to the floor, you hear a voice come over the intercom that says, "Pick up that book."
He just looks around and then he just walks over, picks it up. Is it a trash can?
The only trash can that is not like crumpled and broken is currently being used by slime, but they're like starting to push it back now, I guess.
I just toss it in the trash can. Good job, little slime, and pat him on the head.
An achievement pops up on the right side of your screen that says, "Congratulations, you have collected 57 new diseases." You have collected all of the diseases in this area.
I'm sorry, mister.
It's fine. My antibodies are built for it.
Okay.
Why is this slime a chimney sweep?
Listen, I don't think it's a good. I don't think my actual voice is good for a fucking slime.
I mean, going from like, "Hey, mister, I'll do your paperwork from," I think this voice is like.
I mean, whoever, whatever I'm changing into, yeah, I'll change my voice.
You tell me,
Right
bud.
now,
It's your character. You decide what they sound like.
Exactly.
All right, Silva, do you go up to the counter?
To a slime.
Yeah, I go up to the counter and just do like 2 knocks on it. Hey, need a passport?
You got prearranged paperwork?
No.
You don't?
I don't.
I thought you said you had forged stuff.
I would, but I don't know if he would be using that here for the because he's trying to get into this ARC program, see what it's all about.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
He does. The more passports he has, the better.
They open a drawer. They pull out a piece of paper. They place it down. Click the pen.
Race.
Let's just go with human.
They don't even question you. They just write down human. You actually see that there's like a little tick box that they have to do, like, warning there's a human. You get the idea that like this sheet of paper is fed through like a Scantron or whatever. So like the fact that a human goes through is like they have to have a warning, basically. Humans are one of those races where they have to be wary of. You know, it's like whenever they have like a super mutant or someone go through, it's just like, oh, careful, human. Take extra precautions.
What do you mean this is class 3 suit? I'm not checking it. I need this suit to... Well, no, I don't need it to survive. It's my support suit, okay? Checking it.
I'm sorry, sir, but without the proper registration, I cannot allow you to have that on the transport.
Man, that brain is loud for having no voice box. Vocal cords.
Does that brain jar have any liquids inside, and does it more than 3 ounces? I'm sorry, but we'll have to freeze that liquid for transport.
I'll die!
Rumors are rumors.
I'm just randomly trying to think of Karen things to scream out while I'm doing what I'm doing.
Fair enough.
I'd like to speak with your manager.
I just happened to be the manager of this situation.
Going back to what Silva's doing, they're just like,
Name.
Silver Rex.
You don't have to lie, sweetheart. We don't care where you come from. Plenty of conscripts do work for ARC trying to pay off their bounty.
I just like to have freedom to choose my name.
they write down 5 question marks. And then in parentheses, edgelord. No, they write down your name. They write down Silver.
The truth, he doesn't even have a name, so any name he has is one that he came up with.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, they want to know what you call yourself by, just because that's what they're gonna call you.
Designation.
It could be pilot, it could be diplomat, it could be scout, could be gunner. I can do pretty much almost anything.
They put down overqualified and then parentheses human. They like
You're
mark
welcome.
mark another thing on the Scantron. Only because humans is one of those like common enough races that they know that they can be useful for various things, but require like extra work to like babysit them. Humans can
Yeah, he
absolutely not be left alone.
He just doesn't want to say what he actually is because like that the whole thing of like splicing DNA and creating your own races can be like potentially a hot button topic in a lot of different places.
The other thing too is that you get the idea that they're kind of just like, you know, throwing darts at the board, just getting close enough. Like they don't have to be too precise with this. Which makes you question and wonder like how some of these other people got to work at art if the system for employment is this loose. But yes, you have completed your paperwork. Who would like to go next? Mayday or Mia?
MIA1 said, I walk up.
Okay.
You want some paperwork?
And just for the ease of access for you, you can just sort of respond to, they want your race, your name, and the job that you're wanting to get, basically. I'm like also furiously going through my notes and I can't find the stuff I need. So I'm making up a lot of the stuff on the spot. I apologize. How's everyone enjoying the game so far?
I want to burn the slime or the soulless slime with fire.
What did I do?
MIA1 said, I'm MIA1 and this my ghost Al.
This is my ghost Al? I'm so confused.
I'm assuming it's supposed to be AI.
They write down your name is MIA1. I'm not sure what and this my ghost means, or Al. They have a ghost named Al, I guess. Oh, that's right, she's a Destiny character. Gotcha. She's an exo, if I recall. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Designation.
Meaning like what sort of job do you want?
Weapons experts or mercenary.
Okay. And they write it down and give you your paper. Last is Mayday. Because Telgar's not here. Or sorry, not Mayday.
It's fine. My character's name is Paimon, by the way.
Oh, jeez. I was hoping you would change it.
What's wrong?
Emergency food, shut up.
Still don't get the reference. Okay.
I don't know what
Well, Alright, will my character being named Paimon actually be a problem?
No, people only know Paimon from Genshin Impact, is what I'm saying. So,
hey, when I first heard him say it, I instantly went to Digimon.
Exactly, there's that too. You know, 2 franchises I've never been into. Alright,
it's just an original name to me.
alright, so Paimon will go up right after and say, "Hi, hello, I'm looking for a passport, please."
they go into their desk. They open the drawer.
Hold on a minute.
And then they slowly start to scoot towards the back.
I gotta get more paper in the back.
We've ran out of stock after doing 5 reports. They're out.
Putting you on hold.
Yep. But then they go and they get a paper. They come back with 3 pieces of paper. They put 2 in the drawer, and then they pull one out and place it on the counter.
All right.
Real quick, while they're turned around, I'd like to grab the trash can that Solus was using to be able to stand up to eye level with her.
Okay. I assumed you already did that, but sure. I guess I forgot to ask you guys to actually give like physical descriptions of your characters. But that's okay. Paimon, if you would like to describe your character for us.
Oh, alright. Well, he is a 5'1", 5-year-old owl. A humanoid owl. Who is wearing kind of like a potato sack, just cloth. Nothing fancy at all. As if he just went into the dumpster and picked something out.
Okay, you're just like wearing rags.
Yeah, rags basically.
Do you want to be wearing like a trash bag or something?
Yeah, sure, I couldn't find anything else in the trash can.
Okay, sure. You've scavenged it from another trash can that had its enclosure dented in, so it's unusable. So it was.
Well, no one else is gonna use this.
Yeah, the trash bag was clean. But yeah, they come back and they're like,
race,
avian,
name,
Paimon,
designation.
Anything that allows me to be in the air, please. Perhaps a scout, maybe?
they kind of look at you confused. They just write down scout. And they hand you your paperwork. Going down the list, would people like to describe their characters? Starting with
I would just like to say something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, okay. If you're going to check it in, then you're going to need to carry my tank onto. No, I don't care. If you don't carry my tank onto the shuttle, I swear to God, I'm going to slime all over the fucking place. I will make it a mess.
I'm sorry, sir, but without proper authorization and compensation and paperwork, we cannot do this for you.
I swear to God, I'm going to leave such a mess, and it's going to be your fault. What is your name, sir, or ma'am, or what the fuck even are you, a slime? God damn it, I hate you guys.
Fuck you too!
Okay.
Y'all are so loud.
I guess Telgar's
I'm also ready to do my paperwork now.
Oh, okay, you are? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The guy's like,
Oh, are you here for being a conscript for ARC? Then you can just go over to the other table and get your paperwork done for you. Simple as that.
So I climb out of the tank, just hop down on my little tentacle legs, create numerous hands, all flipping them off as I slowly walk towards the conscript area.
yeah, he basically describes how, like, all the time you spent with him has been a complete waste of time for both you and him.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I walk into the area where we do the paperwork, and the person at the counter just sees these tentacles just flop down on top of the counter, and then all of a sudden this brain just slowly raises itself up, and then I plop myself down right in front of them, and it's like, I'm here for the paperwork. Just ooze all over the place.
All right.
And this creature is also an ooze, so they just, like, amorphously open up the drawer, pull out a piece of paper. They actually tear it, and they're like,
I've got one left.
and they get the last sheet of paper, place it on the table, click a pen.
Ready.
Race.
Brain.
Name.
Felgar.
Designation.
Smarter than you.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, they make you up this paperwork pretty easily.
Yep.
And yes, I think with that, you guys, they say, like,
If you wait just a few minutes, the new ship will be coming down to pick you all up.
I swear to God, if you guys damage my suit, that thing is worth more than 5 of you combined.
You'll be required
just
for
go
moving
flopping
all
around.
of your systems or equipment or luggage.
I go to raise my mechanical arm and be like, what if I am the equipment?
Keep your hands and limbs inside the vehicle at all times. That's the only rule.
All right, good to know. And I just lower my.
I'm going to flop down on my seat, and then I'm going to slowly let my tentacles grow and expand so that thing can just flail all over the place, defying him, saying that I need to keep my hands and feet in the seat.
well, they're talking about, like, in the ship.
Yeah.
Because you guys are getting on basically like a space bus.
Yep.
But yeah. In fact, if we've got that sort of taken care of. Let's do descriptions real quick. Telgar, would you like to describe your character and what they look like?
So, basically, my character is a brain. Nobody really knows what race the brain is. Nobody knows where it's from, who I am, if I even came from a creature. You just know that I'm a brain. I've got these tentacles that can grow, expand, split, shrink. And I'm just really, really lazy. I don't even need to be in the tank that is attached to my suit. It's kind of more like a controlled AC fish tank type thing for me.
Yeah, it's comfort.
I sit in it because I'm lazy, and it gives me my food and my water, and I can piss in it and crap, and it'll just recycle it. And I can just be really, really, totally trashy lazy.
Nice. Okay. Silva, would you like to describe your character for us?
So, at a very quick glance, he does look human, but then quickly, you will notice the ears. Those are definitely not human ears, seeing as they stick out above his head. And then they're like, if you get close and like look like if you like take a really closer look, there's some other animalistic features to him, but like for the most part, he looks human, and he is about 5'11". He's got blue hair. The one of his eyes is covered with an eye patch. The other one is orange, and he's wearing like it's like a halfway point between a gambeson and some sort of harp thing. Honestly, it if you were to take a look at it, it's like some sort of weird. It's definitely like a futuristic armor sort of thing, but his arms are fully exposed, so it does seem kind of odd to be wearing armor on just your torso and a little bit covering your legs. But he very much stands out for being strikingly human looking, but then having those rabbit ears perched on his head.
Okay. Solus, would you like to describe your character for us? And Maya, if you would like to start writing out your description, we'll come back to you.
Alright, so I am a cute little slime that can change its appearance to anyone or anything, but I'm gonna need to get a good look at the person or thing that I want to change it into. It's a very joyful creature, pretty much. And other than that, it could technically split apart and take off its limbs.
Okay.
My hot pocket.
Zero, would you like to describe what you like to or look like to us?
Yes, so I am basically this hulking, great big, like, design of Enclave power armor, to be exact, the advanced power armor design from the from Fallout New Vegas. If you ever saw that design of power armor, if not, it's in the character sheet. But it's this like 6 feet 9 inch like huge bit of power armor that just has all of the working circuitry and like devices inside and outside made of the metals, obviously, and is alive, is being haunted. We don't really know. We don't really know if it's either alive or haunted. We have no idea. It just thinks for itself, and it wishes to protect. It's it's just this big black, like Frankenstein's monster, tallish brute of just metal, like a metal wall, sort of thing. And it looks pretty scary, pretty intimidating.
Indeed.
But that's basically what it is. I can't really think of much else to say about the description. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Mia, are you ready with your character description?
MIA1 said, I'm 5, 8 exo that has armor of all the previous battles she been in and wear a cowboy hat with a cloak.
Nice. Basically, a hunter.
We got a cowboy and a pirate.
Very diverse collection of people.
Okay. But after a while of you guys socializing, you do see that almost like a capsule has disconnected from the space station above, where you guys will be going through a sort of process for becoming initiates starts to come down, almost more or less being drawn in by the gravity of this moon, rather than it looks like it has any actual sort of steering or anything. You're not really sure how it's maneuvering here, if it's just sort of falling. Hopefully it has some sort of engines or whatnot, but you're not entirely sure. But how do you guys get ready? Actually, I think a voice comes across the intercom that says, shuttle coming in, Bay Brexit, unit class 48. Basically, like, letting you guys know where to go to meet it.
Okay, well, I just turn and walk in the direction of where I am supposed to go.
Okay.
Immediately. Pretty much just before.
Does
before
anyone want to help Telgar with all of his baggage?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I don't really have too much baggage. It's mostly just the suit, which they forced me to check it, so it's actually in the check-on. So I really don't have any actual baggage. It's just me and my slimy tentacles.
Yo, let's be slimy together.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's just flail our tentacles around.
Can I just mimic that just with my own slime?
The
Sure,
Elder
we're just gonna
Abominations.
flail around our tentacles.
You ever just flail tentacles with the boys?
Absolutely.
Okay. And as you guys begin to make your way over towards this section, you can actually see that there are a few more people showing up than you expected. People that seem to be also conscripts looking to gain a job. You see a few people, but as this shuttle comes in, you can see that it's a rather sort of bulky and large ship that doesn't really have much in the way of like fins or designs or really anything. It just sort of looks like a hexagonal cylinder. It looks like a giant escape pod, basically. But it does come in and land, and there's not like any sort of docking procedure. It just kind of like falls to the ground inside of like this section of the hangar. Again, a lot of this seems very like lackluster and not what you thought, you know, this would all be. Very like bottom of the line, or end of the line, bottom of the barrel type situation. But, you know, perhaps this is where you must begin your journey, if this is how they invite individuals into their system.
I just like to make a thought out loud. Perhaps they're experiencing budget cuts. Just out loud to really no one, but it just makes you wonder.
I hear this is just how they treat all of their initiates.
Just someone calls from the back. And then you watch as like this small, fluffy organism just sort of waddles past you, just griping and grumbling in another language you don't understand, just going,
I just get it. You got it.
Bless you.
Tight.
Bless you.
It flips you both off.
I give it a thumbs up.
I attempt to communicate, although not knowing how.
I just gave you a disgusted look, like, as in, like, did you really just say that?
What was I supposed to say? You know that language?
No, I was just messing with you.
I see. I see.
Blub, 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 blub.
It's racist.
Okay.
No.
But you guys get onto this, basically, it's just a big rocket. It looks like a trash can with, thrusters at one end. And as you get on, there is rows and rows of seating where you guys
Sorry,
just
Jake,
sort of...
Sorry, Sparrow. Can I ask a question? How big is the doorway to get onto the shuttle?
Well, it actually seems like this shuttle isn't actually designed for people. It's been retrofitted by just having like pews bolted down to the sides. This looks like it's designed for cargo carrying more than it is like actual people. So there's like this big door that like would probably fit some sort of like, larger vehicle for moving crates and things or whatnot. Just sort of like slides open. So all of you can, like, if you were all and all these other people standing like shoulder to shoulder, you could all like step on at the same time. Which I think you guys do as you're just sort of waiting for the doors to open. And then as soon as the doors open, you just step on.
As I waddle onto the spaceship, I'd like to say to all the others, $50 says one of the fins fall off in transit.
Well, at least they accommodated for my height.
I would have take that bet when I know you're gonna win.
This robotic figure just sort of quickly scuttle steps past you, just sort of glancing at you.
So I gotta head out, guys.
Okay, see ya. Which basically translates to, this thing doesn't have fins.
Oh. Oh no.
How does it fly then?
Which translates to, the ship knows where it is from where it isn't by subtracting where it isn't from where it is.
Ah, so it knows where it is at all times. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
There were missiles that used similar patterns. I just wasn't sure. I'll try and find the seat.
Yes, well, there certainly won't be anything getting along here. It's just keep moving. You can see that there's like a big, bulky figure that's like basically the size and shape of Hulk, but they're just sort of like brown skin. Actually, I think they're more like a super mutant-esque shape. They just sort of like shuffle over, realize that they can't fit into one of these seats, and just sort of hunch down next to some of these crates.
How big are these seats? May I ask?
They would fit you, but just not this individual.
Okay.
I mean, you could probably like sit on two of these seats and like manage to fix their buckles. But this guy just doesn't even bother, and just goes and sits down amongst the crates. And then the robot pipes up and it's like, beep, beep, I do it, which translates to, why are there crates on this ship? Did it come down to drop these off? Are they still on from being... They just like start questioning why there's crates here.
Thinking too much, little middleman.
Which translates to, that's my job.
Well, two heads are better than one, so perhaps you can figure it out together.
I don't care.
But as soon as the doors close, there's not even like a warning. There's not like a introduction. There's no safety protocol or anything. You just feel like a big jolt, and then you guys are thrust into space as this vehicle just starts moving. And there is no, gravity in here. So anyone that's not strapped down just sort of starts floating about in this space.
That would be me.
Like,
MIA1 said, finally my type of ride.
Yeah. How big is how open is this space?
Huge. This would be like
Silva loves zero gravity.
yes, like there's enough room for activities. If you think of like sort of the size of like an actual plane, it's sort of like about that size. But like there are like some seats, but otherwise it's just sort of like completely open. Actually, I think it's like twice the size of a plane.
And yeah, once the liftoff is, or the initial thrust is done and we're in 0G, Silva's just gonna unbuckle.
Okay. You do like start floating to the back end of the vessel because you are still experiencing thrust. So
yeah, he feels more free moving around in lower gravity.
Okay. Yes, it doesn't take long for this vehicle to make its way across the moon's surface, out of its atmosphere, and float towards the space station. And eventually you do stop to feel thrust, and then you feel your deceleration, and eventually the vehicle does come to a stop. And then there is these lights on the outside. You can kind of start to see there isn't like any windows, but you do see that there are some lights that start to flash on inside the ship, just sort of giving you a warning that you are like docking and whatnot. And then they're like going through the procedures, and then like these warning lights begin to flash. And then the robot's like, which translates to, that's not good. And then they go and try to interface with the ship, the rocket that you guys are basically in, to try and see if there's any sort of information or systems. Because you basically are just like in a tram pod. There isn't like any controls for driving it or anything. This thing just sort of goes from point A to point B. So there's no windows, there's no like door control panels, there's no steering wheel, there's no nothing in here. But you get the idea that these doors should have opened already. What do you guys do? And this is going to sort of be your first mystery, or basically first situation, because that's what this campaign is going to be, is that I'm going to put you in a situation that you will have to get out of. And you can investigate it however you would like. You can, approach it any way that you would like. You can talk to people to learn more information. You can just start doing stuff. You could just wait and see if it resolves itself, gets better or worse, or just whatever. But yes, I'm going to be like letting go of the reins at this point and just letting you guys do stuff.
MIA1 said, canal conductor scan.
I don't know who Al is. Were they on your character sheet? Because I didn't remember reading that.
It's their ghost.
Do they actually have an ability, like a move for it or anything? Because I don't really want to give someone like a full sidekick character that can just like do everything, because that's sort of what a ghost can do. So I'm gonna say unless you actually have a move that allows you to do something that I'm gonna say the ghost can't do anything. Let's see. Oh, you do have fortunes. The sect has ancient prophecies of divination techniques to predict the future. Once per mystery, you may use them if you look at what the future holds plus weird. So basically, you can roll weird, and then depending upon what you get to ask a couple questions, sort of like about the situation that you guys are in. So yes, I will allow you to do this. And I know that I said we probably weren't going to be using character sheets and rolls today, but I think this would be like a very good use of this. So what I would like you to do is roll plus weird, what that means is that you're going to roll 2d6, which actually, if you guys want, I can just get like a bot, like a rolling channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, for this one we do 2d6s, not just one?
Well, whenever you do something, you always roll 1 dice. I'm going to give her 2 dice for this because this is an action move that she has, where she has fortunes. So she has 2 chances for success. And basically how it works is what you want to do is do !R space 2d6. You do it like that, but without the brackets. Okay, she got a 4 and a 6. So that's a complete success and a mixed success. But let's see, what is your weird? Your weird is +2. So that's actually 2 successes. Which means you get to you have 2 holds. So you can have a useful object ready, be somewhere you are needed just in time, take +1 on your next roll, retroactively warn someone about something so that it doesn't happen, or I will allow you to ask a question, basically. We're kind of like retrofitting sort of what this does, but I think this is like the best use of what this is, because I am basically giving you the situation. This is the mystery. You guys are locked in your transport pod with no connection to the outside worlds. You don't know what's going on. This is the situation. This is the mystery. So this is what fortune would be for, is getting information. Which, Paimon, this would be sort of similar to your other foretelling ability that you have. So yes. Actually, put the dice on. Yes. Samai, you basically have 2 successes. So you could either ask 2 questions or do 2 of the other things on that list. And I will sort of let that be like the idea of like you pulling out your ghost and it like is a little robot that scans stuff for you or whatever.
Sparrow, I have to unfortunately go because it's 2:36 a.m. But I'm just going to make my character just sit silently and just wait for until the pool opens by itself. If that's okay.
All right.
Sorry about this. It's 2:36 a.m. So
Okay.
I'll catch up. Don't worry.
We're dropping
Thanks
like
for having me.
flies.
Yeah.
See you later, man.
MIA1 said, I choose B where I'm needed and ask a question.
Okay. Tell me what kind of question you would like to ask. And I'm not sure about the where I am needed. So if you want to put yourself in a position where you can do something at some point, you can just call that out then and there. Like, you know, if someone's like, I need a hand here, whether they're like opening a door or fighting a monster or something, you can just instantly be there to help. In which case you get to do like the assist someone, help someone out. Otherwise, you can just sort of ask a question, which I will say, let's actually pull up the like, and again, I'm not going to be like too specific on like some of these. I like completely forgot what I was gonna say. What the? Let's see. Let's see. Investigate a mystery. You get, there is a list of questions that you can ask. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here? Because these questions are sort of specific about like monsters, which this game is sort of designed around, I'm kind of opening it up to like letting you ask sort of more generic or vague questions, basically more specific to the situation at hand. So if you want to be like, why are we stopped, or you know like what's wrong with the ship or something, or you know, go ahead and ask just the question that you want. But yeah, I'm not gonna let your AI like just scan and then give you a bunch of information. I'm gonna have to ask you to ask me a question, and then I'll answer it.
MIA1 said, I ask what causing the ship problem.
The systems are working normally. There is not a problem with the ship. There is not a problem with the docking bay. You guys are being purposely stopped because there is a concern, and you guys are being currently quarantined.
I want to.
I would love to.
Read.
I'd like to like slip through the cracks of the of the door.
There are no cracks in the door.
Damn.
You realize it's a spaceship, right?
Then how the hell did we get in?
I'd like to do the read a bad situation move.
All right, go ahead and read a bad situation. This is different than investigate a mystery.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about the question that Silva would initially have, which is, from what he has experienced in life, his first thought would be someone on board is probably like not supposed to be here or something like that. And so I think that falls under the question of, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? So I'm going with read a bad situation.
Okay. Do you have a move that's tied to this? Otherwise, you roll just one.
No.
Okay, just roll one dice then. And add your sharp.
5.
Okay. You get to ask one question. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers
Yeah.
we haven't
Are
noticed?
there any
What's
dangers
the
we haven't
biggest
noticed?
threat? What's most vulnerable? And what's the best way to protect people? Also, if you want to come up with a different question, I will allow it.
Well, I was already gonna ask, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? That was the one I was.
Yes. I think you get the idea that you don't think that anything that you guys have done has caused this thing to basically stop your progress. So you're not sure if you're being quarantined because there's something outside that's going to hurt you, or if there's something in here with you that's going to hurt everyone else on the ship, or the space station.
How much gravity are we experiencing? Are we still? You said space station, so is we still in space, or?
No, you guys have not been connected to the station, so it has its own artificial gravity, but you guys aren't in the space station, so you're currently experiencing zero gravity.
Okay, I would like to just get in a position where I can like try my best to keep my eye on as many people as possible, in case like he's just basically going to get to a vantage point where he can keep like looking over the people.
Okay, you like float to a far corner basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to use Destiny's Plaything.
Okay.
Which, at the beginning of each mystery roll, to see what is revealed, your into your future on a +10. But okay. So did I roll 2d6s for this?
I don't see your character sheet in here.
I did message it to you in DMs, if that helps.
Yeah, it's just hard to. Okay. Let's see. Destiny's Placing at the beginning of a mystery, roll plus weird. So if you want to like try and get a vision about this, you absolutely may. So go ahead,
great.
roll 2d6, and it'll be at a -1 for each of them because you are not very weird.
No, I was born normal, like a weirdo.
On a success, you get a vague hint, and on a failure, something bad happens to you. So this should be good.
Oh right, I forgot about the big downside.
So go ahead and do basically the same thing that I did at the stop. Just copy and paste that. No, you do 2 because this is a move
Oh.
you have.
Oh, alright, my bad.
Yeah, basically whenever you're doing a move that you have, you roll 2.
Alright, well, I'll just do 2 separate ones.
Okay,
No.
6 and a 2, which is unfortunately a 5 and a 1. So I'm going to say that you get a vague hint and something bad happens to you, just to sort of even it out. I'm trying to think.
That hurts.
You know that there is one other NPC in here that you have not interacted with that also does not seem to be freaking out or reacting at all, and that seems to be like this sort of like badass character with like a grizzled face and like cowboy hat and like duster, and they've got like pelts on, and like they look like some sort of like hero that's got like a bunch of things under their belt.
He must be the hero of his village too. Are you gonna say this bad thing first, or can I go walk up to him?
No, it's just gonna happen at some point.
Alright.
You yes.
Actually. Never mind, I don't think it'll work here. I wasn't sure if this was one of the acceptance things, since I failed a roll. But since nothing really happened yet, I don't think it counts.
No, this would not be like a skill check. This would be like an yes. Yeah, this would be something separate because it's your class.
Yeah.
Do I know how thick... it would still be a mixed success.
All right. How thick is the door?
15 feet thick.
Oh, so I can't break it down.
It's a combination of doors. It's like 3 doors that are 5 feet thick. Like again, this transport thing is not designed for transporting people. That's just sort of what they're using.
All right. Well, I'd like to go to the big grizzly man and say, "Hi, I'm Paimon."
Okay, specifically like the big like super mutant guy, or like the grizzly hero dude that I described.
The grizzly hero dude.
Okay. They take some sort of burning thing out of their mouth, which is so cool. And they actually put their shades up, and they just sort of look down at you and they say, "Hey kid, what's up?
Are you the hero of your village too?
Have you also come to bask in my greatness?"
Not really. I kind of need a little help here.
Sorry, kid. No autographs today.
Oh, okay. Well, can you help me with something else then? I didn't really want an autograph.
Dino Jackson can help anyone with anything they ever need. Dino Jackson is amazing at everything he does, even without trying.
Alright, can you open this jar of pickles for me? And I point at the big door.
What are pickles?
And they're these little weird green things, kind of like a cucumber.
Huh. I met a pickle once. He tried to kill me, and I killed him back. But then we became best friends because we were so cool.
Oh, was that a Rick and Morty reference? God damn it.
I'm gonna take a point.
I knew it.
Yeah, I could probably open the doors if I wanted to, but I don't because I'm ambivalent.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I'll catch you later. Hopefully not, but...
Danger surrounds me at every turn. I'm sorry that being in my presence has put all of you in danger.
At that point, I already walked away. I did not hear a word he said.
I just imagine he's like posing every single other word.
No, he's just sitting there.
And somehow he gets the perfect light, though, as he's talking.
Okay. Who else wants to do something?
So there's an old cracks on the door.
And it's pretty thick.
It's pretty thick. What about the windows?
There are no windows.
We would die. Either way, we would die. That would cause another problem.
Is there any place I could squeeze into?
Yeah, is there like a ventilation system?
Nope.
Damn it.
Look, Solace, you can't solve all your problems by running away.
That's why your wife left you.
Yeah, that's Freddy's
What
thing.
wife? I mean,
What wife?
It was back in
I
the
had a
summer of
wife
08.
once. She left me, but then I got her back. Then she died. Then I hunted down her killer, and then they fell in love with me. And I said, no thanks. But I was just kidding, so I lured them into bed, and then I killed them anyways.
Shut up! Okay.
That's because Dino Jackson is just so handsome, everyone falls in love with him. The only flaw that I have is that I don't have any flaws.
Oh, fuck!
I bitch slapped this person.
I could have called him a pedo for saying that. Damn it. Sir,
Do
I'm
you wanna
5 years
try
old.
Do you want to try and attack this person?
I want to shapeshift. I'm gonna like change my slime into some kind of hand and just slap him.
Okay. I need you to roll to kick some ass.
Let me see. That's 1d6 plus tough, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And this is just 1d6 unless you have something to help you.
I have a +2 in tough.
Okay. So it's just a 1d6 plus 2. So that's a 1. But it is +2, so that is a mixed success. You manifest this ham and you reach out to strike them, and they just catch your hand in theirs in like this tight grip. But you do dap them up really good, and so the sound echoes through the chamber, and they say, "Huh, you're pretty cool. I like that. No one's been able to stand up against Dino Jackson in a long time."
Oh,
Okay.
"Hey, I'm in the need for a new sidekick. Would you happen to be in the market? My last one died from rabid laser wolves."
I'm gonna have to decline. I'm gonna have to kindly decline.
Okay.
MIA once.
And then they let go
Can
of
I
your
charm
hand.
him to open the door?
Can I charm him to open the door? Sure. Roll to manipulate someone.
Did I just pick a new friend?
I feel like he's not gonna last, I'm gonna be honest.
Good.
Don't worry,
It's gonna be
I've solved tougher predicaments than this. One time, I was trapped in a capsule lost in space, tumbling through with cracks pouring in as I fell into the sun. But I made it back out.
One time I died, but I got better.
That sounds like a character that we very much know of.
Unfortunately, I died. But I lived.
After I tried to kill it.
Does he just have a crowd now reacting to what he's saying?
Oh.
This guy is cool, has got to be out of the charts.
Oh, his everything's out of charts.
Oh no, it's Frank Horgan.
How do I? Oh, you just do exclamation point R 1d6 and +2. That's all.
So she has a +2 to charm.
+2 to charm.
Is that what
And
you're
I'm,
saying?
Yeah.
I'm checking her. Yeah, I'm checking her character sheet. Give me a second.
+1. Unless it was changed.
Okay, so that'll be a 4. So Mia got a 4 to charm.
She rolled a 3 +1.
Yes.
What do you say trying to charm them, to manipulate them into opening the door?
Room with feet pics.
Again, the biggest thing is that I want you guys to tell me what you do, and then we'll figure out what to go from there. Like, you absolutely can just like, I want to use this move that I have. For the most part, I'd like you to sort of describe what it is that you're doing and how you're going about stuff. And for the most part, I probably won't even require you to do any rolls. But of course, like, whichever is easier for you to be like, can I do this roll? Or like, I want to do this.
I think I just realized something.
What?
What if there's just an emergency exit button that's somewhere around, but everyone's trying to do something the hard way?
I mean, you don't see any big red buttons any around. Again, I did describe it as that there's no like consoles or any way to interact or interface with the ship.
Fair.
That like little robot dude is sort of like running around, like just like if a robot could sweat
MIA once said, "Hey big guy, open the door and I get you access to the best noodles."
Noodles, huh? I've heard about noodles before.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, but if you want me to do something for you, you're gonna have to pay me more than just confectionaries.
But they, I'll say they don't go up and try to open the doors, but they do unbuckle and start walking around with you guys, like trying to figure out what's going on.
Huh, Dino Jackson. Looks like you're trapped in another mystery again. Alright, looks like I'll have to step up to the plate this time. Huh, looks like I'll have to be the one to take care of this for you this time. Alright, time for me to do my thing.
And they just kind of start walking around looking at stuff.
I kind of wish there was Windows now so we'd all just explode.
Paimon,
MIA once said, "Now I wish I beat sense into him."
do you want to attack him? You can roll to kick some ass if you really want.
Oof. Okay, wait. You said that there was a Hulk-looking guy, right? That sat with the crates.
Yeah.
I would like to go up to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a very good look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, mister?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
We seem to be in quite the predicament.
Yep, there's nothing we can really do about it.
Do you mind if I change into you?
What?
He's just like,
proceed.
man, this place is locked up tighter than a tuna can on Saturday night or something. And then you're just like, can I turn into it? He's like, what?
I proceed to change into.
Alright, I would like you to use a move, please. Because up to this point, it's just been flavored text, but I would ask you to make a move of some kind.
Would hold on, what is it called? Detachable parts do okay?
No. I think I'm gonna have you roll weird. This is gonna be like use magic, but I'll let you roll 2 dice.
Okay. What the got a 4.
So you got a 2 plus 2 is what you're telling me? Oh no, you got a 1 plus 2 and a 1 plus 2. So you got 3 mixed, or you got 2 mixed successes. I think what happens is that you turn into him, but you're still small.
You know, I'll take it.
So, you look like the Hulk, but you're like 1 foot tall.
You are mini-me.
So, thank you, mister.
That's a pretty neat trick. How you do that?
I'm a slime, so I'm able to change into anyone or anything I get a good look at.
Wait, did you steal my body? Am I Yao Yu? Oh no! Give my body back!
And then he like reaches for you.
No!
Starts running away.
No!
Alright. So that's your mixed success, is that you have turned into this person, but you are small, and they are now obstructing you from walking about freely, so... You can...
It's only temporary!
Alright, what you gonna do now, little guy?
Okay, I don't think I have the strength of the
No, not really.
No. Shit. That completely backfired. I was hoping I
Were
could
you
go
gonna
full
try and
size,
open the doors into space? Was that your plan?
No.
Okay.
So let's
Feel like
keep
it
the suicidal tendencies to Freddy.
No, I'm after that. I'm after that fucking guy I slapped.
Dino Jackson?
Yeah, that dude.
Okay.
I wanna knock out his lights. Cause I can't bear hearing him speak again.
I'm gonna say that you don't have any bonuses for this form. So just go ahead and roll kick some ass again with your base stats. Because I think you have like a +1 to your strength because of the muscles, but a -1 because of your size, so it just cancels itself out.
So just a 1d6. That's the wrong chat. Damn it. Yeah, just a regular 1d6. Oh, I got a 2.
Wait, so you don't have any bonuses to tough?
Oh, then that'll be a 4 again.
Okay. So that's a mixed success. You run up. How do you attack Dino Jackson as a small Hulk?
I mean, we're in 0 gravity, aren't we? So I'm gonna use the seats as I can launch myself as best as I can.
Launch yourself where? What are you doing? How are you attacking him? Describe how you're attacking him.
Right, or I guess technically a right hook.
Okay, you're just punching him.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, you fly through the air and you punch him on the back of the head, but it kind of more like pushes you away, but they do kind of stumble forward. It's like, crappers, I haven't been struck like that from behind since 1906. Ugh, the shadow demons got me again. Who are you, tiny creature? I've seen your kind before. I've banished you to the ethereal plane.
Your father.
I'll return you to the hell from whence you came. And you watch as he like reaches for his hip, and then he pulls out a double barrel shotgun from like a gun holster. Just like he's like,
shit.
So
seeing this,
yeah.
I definitely won't get there before he takes that shot, if he is planning to take the shot, but Silva's going to start moving in that direction.
I will allow you to, because there is a move called Protect Someone, which allows you to do a roll, and if you
Plus
succeed,
tough.
yes, you could
My tough is
reduce some or all of the harm that they take.
max. I got a 7.
Okay. I think with that, you just sort of like run up and I think he doesn't pull the trigger. He's just like,
Yeah, that was my goal.
okay, yeah.
Because if a gunshot goes off in this place where some people are amped,
that is a
there's lot
complete
of
success. So they're like,
whoa there, buddy.
there's plenty of things that Dino Jackson does, but he does not shoot kids. Not
Then why
without
did
being
you pull
paid,
the
at
gun?
least. What?
Then why'd you pull? I just like wait, stop it towards Solus, and I say, then why'd you pull the gun, mate?
Because there's danger. I can feel it.
Obviously, we don't need to rile up tensions any more than we already did. And that goes to you, little fella. Why are you just decking people?
He's annoying.
So are you. We need to figure out what's going on. Someone who's smart needs to figure out why the door's closed.
I think
So
at
far,
this
no
point,
one's-
the big Hulk guy grabs Solus and strangles them until Solus returns to their base form. And he's like, "That's right. I got my body back. Don't do that again." And then he
You
drops you.
always had your body.
Little slime friend, don't. If he's that dumb, just let him have his stupidity.
All right.
Look, so far, I haven't noticed anyone doing anything extra suspicious. So, I'm wondering if this, because like, we tried to get a job for his place, and maybe this is some sort of test. So stop freaking out, everybody. Don't attack people randomly. Let's figure out what's going on here.
I will say
Where'd that little robot go?
Just to sort of cut in real quick, I will say that the biggest thing about this system is like before you just start doing stuff, there is a lot of like preparation you can do. You can be talking to people, ask questions, investigate a mystery, move to just sort of like look around, get a reading, in addition to like, this is technically a bad situation, but there's not currently anything happening. So
yeah, Silva was mostly waiting for a spell because he was trying to, like, if someone started something, he wanted to be in a spot where he could see it and react to it. Okay. But so far nothing's happened, so now he's going to start trying to get the smart people together to try and figure this stuff out. All right. Okay. Anyone know where that little robot fella went?
Dino Jackson's just like,
are you talking about Scat, that robot that just talks gibberish? Yeah, he's over here.
Hey, little fella. What did you figure out when messing with the panel over there?
Which translates to the system has run a scan on us, and apparently there is a problem with what they have diagnosed. There is no further information they could glean. There is perhaps a stowaway on board, or some sort of airborne disease, or something. But they sort of explain the situation of like, the system outside doesn't know what to do, but if we figure out what to do in here, perhaps we could speed up the process. Otherwise, you guys are going to run out of air in 2 hours.
All right, then. Hey, robot fella, you have a way to check if there's like an airborne disease or something? I know there's not much flowing right now, but...
Which translates to, I'm a mathematician, not a med doc.
Gotcha.
And they say like, that's racist.
Look, you have you've got mechanical bits.
Which translates to, can you hear the disease in the air?
No, I've got rabbit ears. They are not built for that.
They're basically bantering with you.
Look, we don't have time for... There's a limited time. So, if we can't figure out if it's an airborne sort of disease or something, I guess we can start with... I guess we could start to just have people in the line and just show us if they have a passport. I don't know if anyone here is qualified to check if the documentation's accurate, though.
They say, like, show me your documents.
I pull out the stuff that the Lady Slime gave me. The OOB.
Yeah.
OB.
The OB.
I'm guessing Rex still has me.
I mean, you're like right next to me. I kind of shooed you away when you started yelling back at the
right
the cowboy. I'm just gonna call him that for now.
MIA1 said, "Wait a minute."
Huh?
we're going to be waiting a minute. Sorry if this,
Could it be the diseases Rex got from Solace earlier?
Can it? It can possibly be that.
I'm gonna say no because that was a throwaway joke, but I will give you an egg point because that is a good way of thinking of like taking little bits of information and like relaying it to the situation at time, because that is what I'm going to be doing sort of in the future, is like describing little stuff here and there, and you will sort of be applying them to the overall stuff. Not that I'm gonna say that there won't be any red herrings, but I will be trying to give you only relevant information, but there will also just be general information as well. And for those of you who don't know, how egg points are going to work in this system, at least, is that it gives you another dice of success. So you don't have to roll for it, it just gives you an additional success. So whenever you have to roll for something, you can say that you want to use an egg point, and it'll just give you an extra success. Let's see. I'm trying to think of how else to lead you guys. I kind of don't want to lead you guys, though, is the problem. Because you guys are literally in an enclosed space with people, and the issue is in here.
So
I don't know
the
why,
imposter is among us.
I was waiting to say that in case we actually had that as the problem.
I don't know why, but I'm thinking about Telgar's suit. But I doubt that it's that.
I'm sure we'll have like a million Among Us jokes. It's fine.
And we also have Solus. Solus can.
No, that was. Oh my god.
Solus is the imposter.
I mean, theoretically speaking, yes. I could be anyone or anything I want.
Rex is just gonna like call out and say, "Alright, we need to do this calm and rationally, and I know most of y'all are probably gonna be like, no, not gonna listen to this guy. But you're gonna do it anyway. Everybody get in the line. We're gonna check some documentation."
Roll manipulate.
I'm gonna spend that egg point you gave me earlier.
Okay. So you got a mixed success and a success. So I think like people kind of start gathering up, but they don't form a line. But everyone does kind of like crowd around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the little turn to the little robot dude. You mind helping me check some documentation?
And they hold up their documentation and hand it to you for you to look over it.
Yeah, I'll look over it to see if I can notice anything off. I'm not the forger myself, so I don't know exactly what kind of things would be off or what to look for.
It looks right. I mean, again, it's a very simple, like, single sheet of paper that's got, like, some very basic information right on it, and then, like, a stamp at the bottom.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to start do the best I can to memorize the stamp, and then just like that's the main thing I'm paying attention to. That and just like a cursory glance at the stuff, and if anything doesn't match.
How about you roll me plus sharp?
Nope, that is a fail.
Okay. You squint so hard that your contacts fall out. So now your contacts have fallen out, and now you can't see so good. But then you remember that you don't need contacts. I don't know.
Yeah, I care. So I have good eyesight. I do only have one eye though. So
you lean in, and as you squint, you get some space dust in your eye. How about that?
Oh. I'd like to come up and go, maybe I can help. I'm usually good at spotting small differences like that.
And take a look at yours first real quick then.
Sure, here you go. I mean, I don't know why you need to see it. We were in the same place.
Oh yeah, you were the guy after me, weren't you?
I don't remember.
And that's why I'm gonna check.
You imbecile.
Do you let me check?
Sure, sorry, yeah, sure.
And yeah, I just glance at it because, like, yeah, I remember that he was the one after me. Unless somebody quickly took him out and switched bodies, Rex isn't really going to doubt him at this point.
Well, you
and then he'll give it back.
Wait a minute, that isn't Solus, that's just a pile of Play-Doh.
The real Solus is made of gack.
It's weird, he doesn't have this oob-like texture anymore.
Here you go, mister. Here's my thingamabob piece of paper.
Man, you look real different than you do in person.
Yeah, I've been told that before. Most people know me from my movies. Some of them I've actually even starred in myself.
I'm just imagining it's like that one Hideo Kojima joke, produced by Kojima, written by Kojima, voiced by Kojima.
I mean, you guys would probably know of Dino Jackson and the like Western movies sort of about him. He's like he's a bounty hunter and like criminal and like bounty and whatnot. You get the idea that the reason why he's here is to actually like work for the space police, basically. Like, and this is a thing that convicts do, is that if they go to work at one of these conscript places, they can like reduce their bounty with like hard work or whatever.
That's an interesting thought. I like that idea.
Exactly. But yes, Dino Jackson has had several movies about him, some of which he has actually starred in. Some of it was because a lot of them were like documentations of him. Some of them he actually like went to the studios and like, all right, I want to star in the movie. He's like a famous bounty hunter, thief, criminal.
I probably would not have heard of him.
Okay.
Silver probably thinks of him like thinks he's a poser.
You would probably have heard about him in the same way that you probably would have heard of like Jackie Chan.
Man, I hate how familiar this character sounds.
Yeah. And just like in every single movie that they're in, they just always play the same character.
Oh, there was a joke in a movie about that.
It actually sounds a lot like The Rock.
MIA1 said, "How far can I throw the slime?"
Pretty far.
Wait, what?
Oh,
wait.
I remember.
Hold on.
I mean, we are in 0G, so.
Hold on. Wait. Just because we're in 0G doesn't mean I can't go splat.
You'll just come back. It's fine. You're used to getting splat.
Fair. Does she have to roll anything?
I mean, if she's actually gonna do something, then yes.
Oh.
It mostly depends on if you resist. It would probably be like a face down of act under pressure. If she chooses to do something. And only if you resist. I mean, if you accept it being like thrown, she can just throw you. This is more of like, can she grab you, basically. Yeah.
MIA1 said, "Can I proceed to pick up the slime?"
Solus, do you resist?
No, I'm just gonna be confused.
What are you doing?
Alright, you have picked up Solus the slime. What do you do now? There's like a little tune that plays that goes ding, and then it says Solus the slime has been added to your inventory.
God.
Actually, no. And I take that back. I take that back. Solus goes, yeah, haha, and
not the Legend of Zelda, not.
What are you planning on doing? Miss?
MIA1 said, "Then I proceeded to place him on my hat."
Oh.
Okay.
You should be careful about how you pick up people, baka.
I'm serious. You sound like an anime girl.
Listen, I need to do a different voice than other than my Freddy voice.
All right. Does anyone else want to do it? You don't even have a Freddy voice. You just talk.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, were all the IDs legitimate that we found? That
I
we
mean,
checked?
of the IDs that you've checked so far, go
how
down
many
the
people
list.
luckily
Whose
haven't
IDs do you check? I'll say this: you checked the entire party's IDs, and they're all good. You've checked the robot. Who else have you checked of the NPCs?
I'd like to check the big mutant guy.
Okay, yeah. His name's Desmond, by the way. When you check his sheet, and he's fine.
I already knew that, but I just wanted to make sure.
Good.
Come on, Birdman, let's go. Keep going down the line.
Let's see. Who else do we have?
Just Dino Jackson.
I don't know what I'll do if it's Dino Jackson. Excuse me, sir. Can I see your passport?
Sorry, kid, I already said. No signatures today.
It's kind of sus.
But
Passport, Mr. Jackson. Please.
What's a passport?
it's kind of the thing you need to get into.
What is he?
Dino Jackson goes wherever he's meant to be. He always shows up on time, exactly as he intends to. He is always needed there and always does what people need.
Well,
Even
I
though they
need
don't
you to
ask.
show me your passport.
The only
don't trust
passport
the
that
guy.
Dino Jackson needs is the gun in his left pocket.
You know what we're on
I
this
think
ship
they trust
for?
this guy.
Dino Jackson does not have a passport.
Oh my god.
I turned
Alright,
to the little bird man. So, do you think they'll let us off the ship if we cuff them?
Well, the problem is we gotta find a way to cuff him first.
I was gonna say I'll turn into handcuffs, but I don't know what those look like.
MIA1 said, "Do I hear any objections to shoot him?"
Yes. I object.
What kind of gun do you got? Because this is metal. We're in a metal container.
This is also Dino Jackson we're talking about. He eats bullets for breakfast.
Dino Jackson's a poser.
No, Dino Jackson doesn't eat bullets for breakfast. He eats,
He actually eats a well-balanced
a
meal.
well-balanced breakfast for young adventurers looking to start their day.
I look at this man.
Always eat
Are you actually
He
Dino
eats
Jackson?
50 calories.
What?
Oh, you got a 50 cal?
What are you talking about? Of course I'm Dino Jackson.
I don't know
How
what
could you
the
even
equivalent
ask
of an
such a
insight
question?
check would be.
What did you
Dino
say?
Jackson.
I don't know what the equivalent of an insight check would be. I don't know if it would be investigate a mystery or read a bad situation or what.
I mean, you tell me, bud. I think it would be read a bad situation.
Either way, it's plus sharp. As long as I don't roll low. I don't know. I almost did it wrong. 5.
Okay. You get to ask one question. Is that question, is this the real Dino Jackson?
Yeah, I guess so, because he's starting to feel like he's not.
That's cool. Because that just means that I only have to answer it. He's like,
You clearly don't know who you're talking to. I'm Dino Jackson and
and then he like starts to bend over. He's like,
my inner demon that I got when I was left on the side of the road by my parents. Not my real parents, I never met them. I'm talking about my wolf parents that abandoned me, and then I was picked up by scorpions, and then they got eaten by dragons, and those raised me. They abandoned me, and then
Dino Jackson just splits in two. And as he breaks apart, this sort of like lightning plasma escapes his body and begins to crackle, and it just pierces into the hull of the ship. And as it starts to tear him apart and disguise this, it doffs the disguise of Dino Jackson and pierces into the hull of the ship, you can see that it's actually a sort of entity. There is a energy type like manifestation that doesn't have like a head or body, but is just like an assortment of limbs, and it's got these like crackling bolts that just sort of spider web out across the room, and they're trying to push against the hull of the ship. And as it does, it actually begins to bend, and you hear the sounds of metal bending in protest. It's just like, and everyone starts to get worried and freak out, because if this thing does manage to escape, not only will the danger be spread from the ship to the station, but you guys might die in the process, as the vacuous space outside is not very welcoming to you. before
I
you
knew
can,
attacking him would freaking so get out of this.
and that's where we're gonna end tonight's session, and we'll pick up with our first combat.